Hi, I'm Tony Schrader, Chairman of the Putnam County Republican Party and a member of the State Central Committee. We're over in Eastern Ohio today, had an exciting rally with J.D. Vance and Ted Cruz over here. We wanted to catch up with our friend Beth Bigham. Beth is running for the Ohio House, the 34th District,
34th District, yes.
In Summit County. And this is a different kind of territory than what we have in Northwest Ohio, where it's solidly red in our part of the state. This is kind of a swing county, so you've got a tough race on your hands.
Yes, I do.
And so we wanted to talk a little bit about the dynamics of the race, introduce you to the folks, and talk a little bit about a couple of the issues. So why don't you just give the audience a little bit of an idea about who you are and how you came to run for the Ohio House?
Wonderful. So I am a nurse practitioner for more than 25 years. I'm also a small business owner. I run a healthcare construction consulting company.
Wow.
And I've been on Hudson City Council for the past 6 years. So my most important job, of course, is being a wife and a mother to my two children. My son is 18 and he's now at University of Alabama, and my daughter's 13 and she's very involved with a ton of school events and sports and all kinds of things. She's currently playing 4 sports just in this season. So
that's incredible.
It's very active, and I'm really grateful to have a wonderful husband who helps me manage it all and pull it together when we're both kind of doing so many different things.
That's fantastic. Well, from following your social media, I know you've been all over your district, all over the trail. You've got a very competitive district. This is a swing district in this part of Ohio. So in terms of what you're talking with people about, when you go knocking on doors, people want to find out what it is that you're going to do for them.
Right.
Biggest concern that we've been hearing all across the areas of Ohio that we've been working in is the economy. Talk a little bit about what people are telling you about the economy, about how inflation is affecting them in particular right now.
Sure. So I, like you mentioned, I'm in a frontline district. So I'm in a Democrat-leaning index, slightly. So we have a very, very competitive race. It's the most competitive race in the state of Ohio. I hear from people in Columbus that say, if Beth Bigham wins, we'll know there was a red wave. But to tell you the truth, when I knock doors, it feels like a red wave already because people are like, we need you, we need you. And so that's a great encouragement. Yesterday I was out knocking and someone grabbed my hand and said, can I pray over you? And it was just, beautiful moment. I feel like the Spirit of God is moving in this campaign, and I'm very grateful for that.
It's wonderful.
Certainly at the doors, they're talking to me about the economy. They're telling me about the prices of things that we take for granted, the things that we need every day, whether it's milk, bread, butter. Oh my goodness, they're talking to me about butter because they're like, our Christmas cookies, like they understand there's going to be some kind of shortage, and it's already, the prices are rising with gas prices. And unfortunately, we currently have a representative who raised the gas tax. He voted to raise the gas tax. Time and time again, my opponent has either failed to show up because he lacks courage to vote on the things that matter in our district, but when he does show up, he costs us money. So it's a difficult campaign to run, but at the same time, there's so many wonderful talking points because he's just given it all to us.
It's right there. Well, and specifically, one of the things you had mentioned in one of your surveys was about cutting the state income tax.
Yes.
One of the best ways to keep money in people's pockets is not to take it away from them in the first place.
Yes.
That's something that you're going to support, and I'm quite confident that your opponent does not.
That's correct. As a matter of fact, in 2016, when I got on city council, there was a plan by the majority of council to increase the local income tax in our community. And I stood up against that, and certainly as a newcomer, I felt intimidated by some of the folks. I was only female at the time, and with Harvard-educated older men who were saying, hey, this is the plan, and I have an MBA as well, but I'm not Harvard-educated, and there was a little intimidation there, right? And so I just asked some simple questions, like I always do. Tell me why we need to do this. Why do we need to increase our taxes on our citizens? But also, like, what will it do for us? What's the projected income we're going to get? Just basic questions that any regular, responsible citizen would ask, and they didn't have any answers.
Right.
They said, well, we don't know. Really? Wow, those are good questions. So I went in that night and I said, I've got to vote no on this, and I know that these people are going to forever be against me because this is their plan, this is what they want to do. They've been working on this for a year, and I'm gonna have to say no. Guess who did not show up that night? My opponent, Casey Weinstein.
There you go. See, you have to have
failed to show.
You have to have that courage to be able to show up for your constituents.
You have to have the courage to do the right thing. And
deliver.
Oftentimes there is a cost to doing the right thing.
That's right.
And I'm willing to stand up and do the right thing for the people of Ohio. And so, you know, I ask for your vote on November 8th, and if you're in Putnam County and you don't have the opportunity to vote, you can also do one other thing for me. You can go to my website at www.bethbigham.com. There's an opportunity to send funds our way.
Yep.
You can go to Win Red, and certainly it's very easy there just to click on a link and you know, help us raise money. Right now, our campaign is very grassroots. So we are running against an opponent who has Eric Holder and all the elite liberals who are sending him money.
Right.
I mean, you look at his campaign finance reports and it looks like you'd think he was running for U.S.
Right,
Congress or
right,
something, because
yeah.
these people are from all over the country,
Yes.
California, New Mexico, everywhere. You know, I was born and raised in the state. I have the blood of Ohio in me. I was raised by a steel worker. I'm a nurse. My brother's a union carpenter. I know what it means to represent Northeast Ohio. I understand the values of Northeast Ohioans. My opponent clearly does not. He does not represent our values, and that's why I'm running this race.
Right.
And I'll mention too, I know we're probably limited for time, but I was talking to a woman just the other day in Cuyahoga Falls. She was a young mother. She has 3 daughters.
Mm-hmm.
And I walked up to her, and as she was getting her daughter in the car seat, and I put out my hand and I said, hi, you know, I have my literature with me. Nice to meet you. And she looked at me and she said, "Are you a Democrat or Republican?" And I said, because you never know if you're going to get punched in the face, right? And I said, "I'm a Republican." And she said, "Thank God, thank God." And so she said, "Do you know what's happening around here?" And I said, "You know, share, please tell me." And she said that her home had been shot at 5 times
Holy cow.
in Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio. And she pointed to the area that the gunshots had been coming from, and it was a local bar that she said just like sort of the inner city kind of violence had come into her community, and it was devastating because she's got 3 daughters.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, you know, she made this motion, our house is this close to being paid off.
Right.
I like our neighborhood, I like our neighbors.
Yep.
And we feel that our options are dwindling every day for what to do.
Tell the folks again where they can find you online.
Yes, it's www.bethbigham.com, and that's Bigham, like Big Ham. And you can also find me on Win Red. I just appreciate you being with us today, and certainly I ask for your vote on November 8th. Please share that information with your friends, family, anyone in Summit County in the 34th District. We need all of y'all to get out to vote. Thank you so
fantastic.
much.
Great being with you today,
Yes,
Beth. Thanks a lot.
thank you.
We'll see you next time.